Hi, this is Joe again with another movie review. For the subject of this video, I'm going to be discussing the 2011 film No Strings Attached, starring Natalie Portman and Ashton Kutcher. Of course, this movie was originally titled Friendship Benefits, but it was going to be another movie that came out, I think, exactly the same year, or early in 2012, with exactly the same title, Friendship Benefits. So they kind of changed the title, No Strings Attached, so there won't be any confusion with the other film. Now, like I said, this film stars Natalie Portman and Ashton Kutcher, and of course, this movie came out like a year after Natalie Portman just had a baby with then fiance, now current husband. And of course, you see, listen, damn, I mean, she lost all that baby weight. I mean, she was pretty slender to begin with, and of course, you see her in her underwear, and it was really, of course, I know it sound a little pervy there, but I always was a fan of Natalie Portman anyways because since she did the Star Wars movies, and she's so beautiful to look at, and uh, to me, there's except for the film that she did called Closer, there's only really the other film that I can remember her doing post Star Wars that was really an adult role. Now you can see her Academy Award performance in Black Swan, but this is the first. Really looks like really her first comedy that I actually remember her doing. But Natalie Portman plays a character named Emma, who was working at, who met Ashton Kutcher's character when they were in camp, a sleepaway camp when they were like 13 or 14 years old. And now, like years later, she's now a doctor. He's not, and Ashton Kutcher's character writes for a TV show. He's a writer on a TV show. And all of a sudden, they get back together, and as well, first they were just friends, and then they decide, hey, let's have sex together. And of course, they can't really have sex, and then they promise us, hey, you got like that. Every time we went to, and she actually does use the F word actually. It's when we just occasionally fuck each other, excuse my language, and then we have whenever we want to have sex, we just call each other whatever we mean and whatever. With no strings attached, never gonna tell with no strings attached. And then of course, eventually they develop to fall in love, and then of course, Natalie Portman's character breaks it off. And then of course, by the end of the movie, they get together at the end of the movie, and that's pretty much how it ends. Uh, and the two of them getting together at the end of the film. But to me, it's like a stereotypical sex comedy for this generation. Um, but to me, the one who carries the movie was Natalie Portman's character because I think Ashton Kutcher cannot act. I know I'm going to get blasted for this, but right for the Ashton Kutcher cannot act. He has the looks, he has the physical build, that girls will like. But other than that, he does nothing for me. Absolutely nothing for me. Um, because I feel that the guy just can't act. And of course, we know Natalie Portman can act, but he can't. And of course, Natalie Portman. It is kind of funny that Natalie Portman would do this kind of a movie because Natalie Portman has Kate Winslet, and I'm not liking Kate Winslet at all. Kate Winslet has a reputation of doing nude scenes in her film. I think now because she's 40 or almost 40 years old now. Uh, I think she's like over 40 years old now. She pretty much stopped. Right now, she's stopping doing nude scenes. I mean, she did so many. I mean, I guess she's kind of tired of showing off her body on screen. Natalie Portman is the exact opposite. I mean, she doesn't do nude scenes. I know there was a couple of movies that she did where she was in a bikini. Uh, when she's in the movie Anywhere But Here with Susan Sarandon, there was one sequence where she was in a bikini. It's not bad. I figured, damn, what a body. I know I'm getting a little pervy, but she's hot. I mean, Natalie Portman is hot. And of course, when she did uh, Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, her shirt gets ripped and you show her midriff for a good chunk of the last portion of the movie. In the Clone Wars story, but other than that, and also in the movie Closer, she played a stripper. Of course, you see her in her underwear, but she has also had like a see-through covering. So you saw her body, but couldn't really see all that well because she had a covering over her costume. Uh, but I mean, other than those particular scenes, you don't really see her. She doesn't show off her body because she has like a no nude scene clause in her contract when she's doing the movie. So for her to do a sex comedy like this, it's really yeah. But you do see her in her underwear, you do see her bra in the bra and panties, and you do see her body. And of course, any guy who's pervy for Natalie Portman, is going to like that. Especially, I don't know admit it, but to see a girl who looks like Natalie Portman wearing a bra and panties, and it's very rare for her to do a scene like that. You know, you say, hey, wait, you can see Natalie Portman in her underwear. But I mean, beyond that, you really don't see but you don't really see her naked. You don't see her do a top. You don't see her topless. Um, it is implied. You have an implied sex scenes where she actually does do it, but and you see her cut gay dress and you see her in a bra and she put a blouse on, she put her skirt on or slacks on. But that's about it. You don't really see a whole lot of Natalie Portman. We do see enough to get you know you know for horny guys to get excited. But in terms of the movie, back to the movie itself. The movie is not that great. I mean, it is what it is, but the movie itself, it's not. I mean, I can't. If you want to see it, that's what I'm saying. Is seeing it, but if you see it just once, I mean, it's enough. And because it's that, because and one running gag that there is in this movie is that every time Ashton Kutcher dates somebody and dumps them, and it happened twice, and twice in this movie, that his father dates the girl that get dumped by his son. And I mean, it happened twice. If it was going to happen a third time, I mean, with Natalie Portman's character, I mean, come on. I mean, it happened twice, and I'm thinking, God, don't let it happen a third time with Natalie Portman's character. Thankfully, that didn't happen. But it became ridiculous. I mean, if it happened once, if we do it once, it's fine. But they did. It's funny they do it just once. I think, it's a funny typical comedy cliche. But if they do it a second time, I said, boy, this guy's really a pervert. Dating uh, the women who got dumped or break off with their son, and he's dating her, and not only is he dating her, but he's screwing them on top of that. I mean, come on, you have your son's hand-me-downs. I mean, come on. I mean, that's really. If it happens once, and then probably for the first time, but when it happens the second time, it's oh god. I mean, that's what they put in the movie. That's what they put in the movie. This guy who's a pervert goes after his son's ex-girlfriends. I mean, it was really, really pathetic that they, doing this bit as a comedy, uh, or for really for comedic relief, as far lusting after his son's ex-girlfriends. But other than that, I did like that. Like I said before, I did like Natalie Portman's performance in this film. Plus her roommates and her friends, but that's about it. Um, because I don't like as much. Ashton Kutcher sucks just as much as Ben Affleck sucks. Right? I mean, they both are bad. They're both horrible actors, and they are bland. They're boring. And this movie really, I mean, like I said earlier, except for seeing Natalie Portman in her broad panties, it's not. This movie doesn't do anything else for me except for the titillation factor. of seeing Natalie Portman in her underwear. Other than that, you can pretty much skip this movie. I mean, if they just show 2 hours of Natalie Portman in her underwear or in a bikini or something, that'd be worth it. But after a while, it gets boring. Boring. So you gotta see other girls in their underwear. But anyway, the movie stinks. The movie is bland. It's okay, but we're not great. It's just enough to, if you want to kill 2 hours, or whatever how long the movie actually was. It's on a cable and they have one for 2.5 hours. But for if you just want to kill a couple of hours to see this movie, go ahead. But for constantly seeing it, just skip to the scenes where you see Natalie Portman in her underwear. That's the highlight of the movie for me. So that's my review of No Strings Attached. Please click on the video, please rate it. Please subscribe to my channel, and please forward this video onto your Facebook pages. You can also check out all my videos on my YouTube channel, and also at rowdyc.com. It's all WDY, rowdyc.com. It's the homepage of the Rowdy Reviewer. You can check out my videos on his website, but also check out his videos, TV Trash, the PR Pizza Guy, plus all of his other content, because Chris Seymour is really great, and his 200th review is coming up pretty soon. I don't know when he's going to put it up, but pretty soon he's going to have his 200th episode up. So please check him out. Thanks for watching. See you next time.